Heal thyself. Feed me right, treat me right, and I will unlock the secrets which you seek. I will open the gateways of power and lay them open for you to enter and drink from. You must show discipline and right mind at all times. Be vigilant and correct your carriage. I demand respect. I can make you pay a terrible price. I can make you pay a terrible price. Keep listening for me. I am always here. Love yourself. You're worth having people in your life that have your interests at heart. Don't settle for second best. Focused on my divine will for you. I am always with you, protecting you. Take the risk and become the queen which is hidden inside you. In this village of support, take heart in how far you've come already. Use the community which you create to support you. I want to say hello to my Raw family subscribers on YouTube. Dina Smiles Raw and the Green Smoothie channel, amongst others. Thank you so much for your support. Some of you have asked me to explain how I've been keeping raw for so long. What's my motivation? Well, as I said before, I've had a terrible problem with weight since I stopped doing sports when I was about 13 or 14. I used to eat a lot, but I used to train a lot, and so I wasn't fat per se, but then I stopped training, and well, the pounds have been piling on ever since. Every year from then until now, it's like 30 years, and yeah, I had put on a lot of weight. However, my salvation lies in bringing my eating into conscious contact with the beginner. I am darkened. I try my best with what I have. I know I have divine guidance in my life, and I will get all that I deserve, as long as I don't speak too much, I stop lying, I don't judge others for things that I myself do. These behaviors keep the poison inside of me. I saw and felt my ancestors, 4 beings in purple, haze of light. I saw and felt my ancestors. I saw and felt my ancestors, 4 beings in a purple haze of light, their eyes and nose from a side view. They were still lives and only stayed for a few seconds. The journey which I am starting today actually began New Year's Eve in 1996, when I'd had a particularly bad bout of overeating. My weight had topped out at 325 pounds, and I felt like I couldn't go on living anymore. I knew I couldn't take my own life, yet I didn't want to go on living as I was. As a child of an African family, born in the heart of the beast of Babylon in England, I had been systematically cut off from all that I needed to know to heal myself, yet I knew that I had to make a start. Since childhood, I'd always had a desire to travel to Africa, the motherland. At that time, I didn't know why. This wasn't answered for me until I actually trod there and felt the vibrations of this most sacred place. So that night, 12 years ago, probably one of the loneliest nights of my life, I made 2 resolutions. The first was to lose 2 kilograms of fat per month. The second was to make that dream journey home. Both of these resolutions came to pass with the assistance of my higher power, whom I choose to call Jah, or Rastafari, and with the guidance of my ancestors. I spent a little under 2 years in Africa. I sold everything I had to make that blessed journey, and it's been worth every penny. I urge any one of you who is in doubt to just do it. Time prohibits my going into extensive detail about that experience. I guess that's for another book. I have to say, it was the most precious, thought-provoking and inspiring time of my life. However, there was still something missing. For me, it was what it is to be an African woman. When I looked and I saw the condition of my sisters in Africa, how the poverty and back-breaking labor that this white supremacy system has inflicted on us and our children, I knew that my mission on this earth was less about self-satisfaction and more about African community and living. Following African needs in agriculture, education and science, I was moved to write several projects addressing these needs, especially those of the 1,000+ street children that I came across when I was in Kenya. My name, Umoja, is Swahili for unity. As a black-skinned woman trotting in Africa, I was shocked and surprised when the brothers and sisters there would call me white. It was only by coming home to the Caribbean and seeing how white supremacy has so infiltrated the minds of our people, and of course myself, that I understood what they were saying to me and why. When I first moved to Barbados nearly 9 years ago, an organization called Chemic Connections invited Dr. Afrika to come here to teach us. And I went to all his lectures, and from then I understood, or should I say overstood, how I could escape the clutches of the white supremacy system that had enslaved me mentally through the non-foods that I was addicted to. Through their invitation to Dr. Afrika to come to Barbados and teach here, I understood how I could escape the clutches of the white supremacy system that had enslaved me mentally through the non-foods that I was addicted to. That sounds like a mouthful to many of the uninitiated. We, as a people, no longer have chains on our feet. No one whips us in the fields. We have, however, been programmed into doing it to ourselves, from cradle to the grave, with every non-food I put into my body. If my body is clogged and polluted, my melanin, the civilizing element in my body, is inhibited, and this in turn stops me connecting to my family. And by family, I don't just mean the people I grew up with. So when a sister of mine introduced me to Queen Afua and Sacred Woman and Heal Thyself, the guidebooks and the Green Smoothie channel reminded me again of Queen Afua's work, I knew that this is what I had come to do. This is the magnitude of its effect on my life and the direction that I am now choosing to take. First, let me say that this program has not been easy. I've been forced to challenge every aspect of my life, thoughts, actions, speech, and other bad habits. First, let me say that this program has not been easy. I've been forced to challenge every aspect of my life, thoughts, actions, speech, and other bad habits. This is not a program for the swift. I see it as a lifelong undertaking, one that is seeking spiritual perfection, yet having to settle for spiritual progress. Fasting for 21 days on raw foods, purges, enemas, daily and evening prayer, yoga, meditation, herbal drinks, and avoiding all toxic and addictive non-foods like alcohol, sugar, marijuana, chocolate, meat, cheese, gluten, other dairy products. Whilst I'm on this program, so far I've lost 60 pounds. I still have probably about another 60 to go, but I'm fitter and stronger and healthier than I have been for a long time. As womb man, my womb is my power base. This Sacred Woman journey is all about this so far. A physical, scientific acceptance of my role as African woman, something which I had run from and had been hidden from me. I need to put less energy out in caring for others and put more energy and time into caring for me. This advice came from a Yoruba priestess who preaches Ifa and gave me my second name, which means double water. That is, the Orishas that rule my head are Oshun and Yemaya. Both water principles, one surface, one deep, one male, one female. She told me things about myself that I'd not told anyone before, so I trust her judgment. Umoja Okundeji Nu are the names by which I now choose to be called. Respect me and my wishes. I know my parents have had a hard time with this. They feel I am snubbing them. This is not my intention. It is simply a declaration that I am choosing to live my life one day at a time based on African principles which reveres the family. So don't take it personally. Rejoice in my choice. Know that I'm coming home.